I'm gonna leave a lot of these cuts in here. I know I look a mess, y'all, but the way I look is the way Baltimore played today. Um, let's talk about it. Normally I cut all this out, but I'm gonna leave a lot of this in here. Um, it's time for Harbaugh to go be a grandfather. It's time for Harbaugh to go be a great father and get the hell away from my football team. It's time for him to go be a great husband. Go be go take your kids to Disneyland, bro. Go do something else but coach football. Do something else. Go do something else but coach NFL football for Baltimore. They did all this fluff pieces at the beginning about how Harbaugh this and da 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 and blah blah blah, and you let Dan Campbell come in your home and run everything. Dan Campbell's out there wheeling and dealing, setting players up to be successful. Got a nasty offensive line, setting his players up to do what you do. Just stand over there like you don't know how to coach because you don't know how to coach. It's time for Harbaugh to go. And I'm not saying he's the full thing, but it's time for Harbaugh to go. His message is not resonating with these guys anymore. I wish Lamar would crash out. I need Lamar to crash out just once. And I know it's going to look bad. And this is coming from somebody who don't got all that money on the line. But he was out there by himself. And Lamar didn't play his best today. He didn't play his best today. He played well in the first half, but he didn't play his best in the second half. But just even from the TV tape, it didn't look like nobody was open. And once again, we're at the Lamar save me part of the season. Normally it happens towards the end of the season, but now we're at the Lamar please save me at the end of this at the part of the season. We go the analyst part of it will be Lamar didn't play well, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? He was sacked 7 times. You can't take those sacks. But when your special teams sets up your defense at the 5, at the 10, at the 15, like 5, 6 times, and your defense literally does nothing but get ran through up and down the field, y'all let these dudes hold a drive for 10 freaking minutes in an NFL game. It's not college. Y'all let them run the ball down your throats for 10 minutes. They didn't do nothing special. I don't know nobody's stats right now because I turned the game off at 5 minutes because I knew it was over once Derek fumbled. Oh, we're gonna get to Derek. We're gonna get to Derek. When did you start fumbling? When was that a thing? Maybe you need to start eating meat now because apparently you can't hold the ball now. You're fumbling. For what? For what? This was never a problem at Alabama and in Tennessee last year. This was never a problem. Where did these fumbles come from? And like, I hate this for him because now he's finna get. I don't condone the death threats and the racial slurs. I don't condone this. This is sports. There's no need to be extra. But like the craziness he is finna receive, that craziness from the same people that was co-signing the dude that they got popped a few weeks ago in Utah are going to be saying the most racist stuff you can say ever to this man. And I feel bad for Derek for that. But on the field, I don't need to see Derek in no more fourth quarters, bro. I don't need to see him play in the fourth no more. Because obviously this here don't work no more in the fourth quarter. Because this has never been a problem. This has never been a problem. And now it's single-handedly, for the most part, has cost the Ravens 2 games. It's just cost the Ravens 2 games. The defense finally stands up and get a stop. And on the first or second play, you fumble it at the 15, somewhere around there. And I knew at that point it was over. You could tell in Lamar's eyes the whole game he was over it. Nick Sirianni don't let stuff like this happen. And I use Nick Sirianni because of the talent similarities and kind of how the kind of like the structure and the way they run their teams. Nick Sirianni does not let this type of stuff happen. which is why he's a Super Bowl champion. Excuse me. Which is why he's a Super Bowl champion, and he's been to 2 or 3 Super Bowls, and he's won one. I don't know what to do with Baltimore anymore. Obviously, they're not going to make the Super Bowl. Now we don't know if they're even going to make the playoffs. This is week 3. I'm overreacting. Sue me. But Baltimore should, at the very least, be 2-1 right now. 3-0. But this is, like I said it on Instagram, nobody plays Baltimore better than Baltimore itself. It's been that way since Lamar came back from his second injury. Nobody plays Baltimore worse than Baltimore. Or nobody plays against Baltimore better than Baltimore itself. The self-inflicted wounds, the coach not doing anything, the bad play calling, then all of a sudden you want to make good plays. It's just like, I don't understand. I don't understand, and I'm done. I'm gonna be here complaining again if Baltimore lose, but I don't know what to make of Baltimore. We're still gonna cover them and blah blah blah, just like we do Kansas City. But Baltimore, they're not ever going to win anything. Last time this happened, week 1, I said they're not in the top 2 contenders. I don't even know where they are. The AFC is in flux right now. I expect Kansas City to level up and figure it out. I expect Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to be there. But as far as Baltimore, if they just keep playing like this and it's terrible, if this is what it takes to get John Harbaugh the F out of there, then I'm down for it. If it means this is a lost season to get him out of there, then so be it. Because obviously they're not going to understand that he's not coaching football. He's babysitting football. He's not doing anything over there. Once again, he was outcoached. A lot of these things are outcoached. Uncle said earlier they got more playmakers. They do have more playmakers. But you know what can like offset playmaking? Great coaching, which you said that you are, but you're not. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of Baltimore. It's a wrap for them. I love Lamar, second best quarterback in the game still, but he can't do it. But he can't do it by himself. He didn't play well tonight. He didn't play well tonight. But you look at all the circumstances around him. How was he supposed to play well? How? Like defensive line didn't play. Offensive line didn't play well. Nobody was getting open, which is why he was. A lot of those sacks were covered sacks. He didn't want to throw it into coverage and get it picked. But they're gonna act like that ain't what happened tomorrow. Still second best quarterback in the league. That don't change. But he's playing with a bunch of 2K generics. Google 2K generics, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I might put it up on the screen if I feel like editing. So here we are again, week 3, ranting on Baltimore after another devastating loss. And it's not the loss I'm upset about. Detroit is a good football team. Detroit is a great football team. They absolutely have a chance to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not mad about that. It's the way in which they lost that I'm upset about. Like, I would have rather lost on a game-winning kick, on a 4th down stop, on Lamar trying to make something happen and he throw an interception. Like a fumble at the goal line. Like, those are more football-y types of losses than we've seen this movie before. Losses. And the only win we got is against Cleveland. Like, all the big-time games we lose. And then when we was up 30 with like a quarter left and we lose. So, I don't know. This is a bunch of nothing. This is a 10-minute video about nothing. As my error comes on, so I'm going to use it as a way for me to say, I'll talk to you guys Wednesday. Man, I don't know how many more Baltimore rants I got in me, y'all. My stomach bubbling. I don't know how many more I got in me.